Hi guys, I hope that you're really well. Salut tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez tous très bien. So this is a little video dedicated to Gloria. I've done this topic before. I've done it to death. I've gone over it in their classes to death. But this is all about the 15 sentences that you're supposed to use when you are trying to learn how to master verbs in different arrangements. Let me just have a sip of tea. So, I call this practice red, blue and green. So when I repeat a topic in a video that I've already done, I try and think of describing it in a new way, in a way that I don't know, maybe something didn't drop the first time and whatever. I've got to try and think of a new way of describing it. So, I just really want you to go into this knowing that your mouth will prefer the 5 sentences that we use most commonly, if I'm really honest, and in terms of your learning, because you're used to doing it with really easy verbs that don't require any at or de. And I want you to just go into this being super nervous about using those choices for a while. I want you to go, oh, hang on, am I jumping too soon? So let's quickly remind ourselves what we're saying. What? Wind, lovely. Gosh, I look quite brown. We are going to say 5 sentences which are going to express the arrangement, the delicate balance between somebody doing something and the verb they are doing it to. So, I eat is me doing the verb. The cake is the object of my verb. So all of these sentences are going to be about the balance between the verb and the thing the verb is attacking, to make it clear for you all. Yeah? So then we have the 5 arrangements. Whoa, wind. So I eat the cake is your basic bit, isn't it? There's the verb bit, I eat, and there is the cake. Straight across. Je mange le gâteau. Nothing in the middle of the verb and the cake, which is why we call it a green one, because it's going to go straight across. Je mange le gâteau. If we were to swap the cake for a replacement pronoun, like I eat it, still referencing the cake, I eat it, je le mange. That's the really, whoa, bad timing. Which is going to be a better way to go. Perhaps this way. I eat it, je le mange. Okay, that could be je la mange, je les mange, or je la mange, je le mange, je la mange, or je les mange. And it could quite happily be a human being there. I see him, je le vois. I see her, je la vois. I see them, je les vois. So far in the green sentences, that means sentences where if you were going to use the verb, it would go straight across. There would be no at or de. So for example, I love the man, j'aime l'homme. Okay, Mr. P. I love him, je l'aime. Yeah, so we can use le, la, les at the moment. Then we come to where we use the target of the verb first, the thing you are attacking before the verb. And when I say the verb, I mean the person doing the verb is included as well. So if you've got I eat the cake, you're then going to have the cake I eat. The cake I eat. And when your verb was basic, so if you go to number 1 and there's no a or there's no de, so je mange le gâteau, j'aime l'homme. When you swap it round, this is where you use a que. So l'homme que j'aime, the man that I love, the verb bit is the same, the man bit is the same, you're just swapping them around and you're popping a que. You must be very careful, Gloria, to not forget the que, because we don't have it in English all the time. The man I love, rather than the man, whom I love. So the cake I eat, le gâteau que je mange. Then we've got the first of our what's when it's a question. What am I eating? Qu'est-ce que is the most common. So qu'est-ce que je mange, the verb bit is going to be the same. Or je mange quoi? Or que mange, but it's a little bit too, don't worry about the other 2 for the moment, just use qu'est-ce que plus your verb. And then you've got what when it's not a question. And when you use what when it's not a question, you need another verb going on. So Luke knows what I'm eating. Ce que, C-E space Q-U-E. Luc sait ce que je mange. Luc sait ce que je mange. All right? So those 5 would be, let's do a new set. Let's say the plant I buy. No, the plant Luc buys. So Luc achète la plante. Luc l'achète. La plante que Luc achète. Qu'est-ce que Luc achète? Gloria knows what Luke's buying. Gloria sait ce que Luc achète. They're my main 5 in a green verb where there's no a or de. Then we come on to the red verbs. Now this means verbs that have to have a de. I don't mean essayer de, décider de. I mean verbs that need a de going from the verb to the object. Like se débarrasser de whatever you're getting rid of. La maison, got rid of the house. Je me suis débarrassé de la maison. Okay? So these are verbs that will use a de going from your verb to the thing, the object. Here are your 5 arrangements here, Gloria. Let's use I talk about the situation. Je parle, that is going to be your verb all the way through. Je parle de la situation. Where we would have had the situation I talk about, la situation, you know, that's where you want to use la situation que, you can't. La situation dont je parle. La situation dont. When you are reversing a de, Gloria, you need the dont, not que. La situation dont je parle. I talk about it when you were wanting to use le, la, les. You can't use le, la, les if your verb is a de. It is impossible. It is impossible. J'ai besoin de. There's a de. You can't use le, la, les. Oh wow, the peony's open. How lovely. I've got loads of peonies in my garden. Tree peonies and soft peonies. Peony. So if your verb uses de, you just can't use a le, la, les. So for example, I need it, I need the cream, j'ai besoin de la crème. I need it, j'en ai besoin, J apostrophe E-N. Gloria, he talks about the situation. Il parle de la situation, il en parle. Yeah? Even if it's a reflexive doing that, se débarrasser de, he gets rid of the, try and go with something feminine for you, the car. Il se débarrasse de la voiture. The car he gets rid of, la voiture dont il se débarrasse, he gets rid of it, il s'en débarrasse. I-L space S apostrophe E-N. Gloria, if we were doing one of our poetry pasts, he got rid, il s'en est débarrassé. Yeah? Il s'est débarrassé, il s'en est débarrassé. Then we come to the question. We can no longer use qu'est-ce que, Gloria, because we are in a de verb. So he gets rid of, what is he getting rid of? We just literally use de quoi. Il se débarrasse de quoi. What is he talking about? Il parle de quoi. We just use de and quoi. We just use de and quoi. We just use de and quoi. We just use, you know, so I need, j'ai besoin de, although, you know, I prefer il me faut and je dois. I need. Look at this blue sea this. Lovely. Lovely. So I need the cream. J'ai besoin de la crème. What do I need? J'ai besoin de quoi? Then, Gloria, when we get to the what, which is not a question, we can't say ce que, because we're not in the green family. We have to say ce dont. C-E space D-O-N-T. So Luc knows what Gloria needs if you're using besoin. Luc sait ce dont Gloria a besoin. Can I remind you, often de can use human beings, and when we had the green, the human beings weren't a problem. So he loves the man, il aime l'homme, l'homme qu'il aime. He loves him, il l'aime. Instead of saying what do you love, qu'est-ce que tu aimes, obviously with a human being for the green you'd say qui est-ce que, who is it that you love, qui est-ce que tu aimes. And I know what you love, je sais ce que tu aimes. You'd obviously for a human being change that to je sais, you know, qui tu, je sais la personne que tu, I know the person that you love, or je sais qui tu, I know who you love. So obviously that would change for the green. If you were using a person for the de, so je parle de la fille, the girl I'm talking about, la fille dont je parle, I would still use dont for a person. I'm talking about her, je parle d'elle. I'm not going to use en for a singular person here. I'm not going to do that. Who am I talking about? Je parle de qui? Je parle de qui, not je parle de quoi. And I know who you're talking about. Moi, je sais de qui tu parles, rather than ce dont. So obviously there's options for human beings with the red, all right? Then we come on to the blue with a thing, not a person. So I'm thinking of the situation. This is obviously a weird example. I always like to use it because I'm using penser à. So je pense à la situation. The situation I'm thinking of. This is where you need Auntie Lukey's 5-point star. If you are reversing a sentence with à, you are going to use either à qui for a human, à laquelle to a feminine thing. You can use the last four for human beings. It's just a little bit more common to use à qui. So à qui for a human, à laquelle for a feminine thing, auquel, A-U-Q-U-E-L, auquel, A-U-X-Q-U-E-L-S, or auquel, A-U-X-Q-U-E-L-E-S for the feminine. So the page I'm thinking of, la page à laquelle je pense. The man I'm thinking of, l'homme à qui je pense. You can say auquel, it's a bit more formal. I'm signing up to the gym, so je m'inscris à la salle de sport. The gym I'm signing up to, la salle de sport à laquelle. So it's going to be one of either, je m'inscris, so either it's going to be one of either à qui, à laquelle, auquel. Yeah, à qui, à laquelle, auquel. Then we get to the, I'm thinking of it, j'y pense. So your equivalent, Gloria, of a l'olale, with a red verb would be an en, with a blue verb would be an e. But again, like in the reds, Gloria, if you've got a human being, you don't use e. So for example, I'm thinking of him, je pense à lui. I'm thinking of her, je pense à elle. I'm thinking of it, j'y pense. Yeah, I mean, you can say je pense à ça, but it's a bit, yeah, this is just the proper way, j'y pense. Then we come to the questions. Who are you thinking of? What are you thinking of? Tu penses à quoi? Yeah, what do you need? Tu as besoin de quoi? What are you thinking of? Tu penses à quoi? What are you signing up to? Tu t'inscris à quoi? What are you interested in? Tu t'intéresses à quoi? Yeah. Then you've got the fourth one, which is the question. When it's the what when it's not a question, and we've had ce qui, shut up, Luke. We've had ce que, we've had ce dont. We're now going to have ce à quoi. I know what you're thinking of. Je sais ce à quoi tu penses. Je sais ce à quoi tu penses. Yeah, je sais ce à quoi tu penses. So they are my 15. Let me do the last four with a human being. I'm thinking of him. I always do. Je pense à lui. So I'm thinking of the man. Je pense à l'homme. I'm thinking of him. Je pense à lui. The man I'm thinking of, l'homme à qui je pense. Who am I thinking of? Je pense à qui. Okay. Sam knows who I'm thinking of. Sam sait à qui je pense. Sam sait très bien à qui je pense. So there are my 15 sentences, Glow. Don't not have these down for Tuesday. I shall end with something fragrant and delicious. I don't mean me. All right, guys. Speak soon.